Have you ever felt in your life that you're just going through the motions and wonder how in the world you're ever going to have that change? Well, Maria Blon helps others to do exactly that with her transformative work that helps people to live passionately. And Maria Blon, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Oh, it's wonderful to be with you here today, Jennifer. And it really is so upsetting when we're not really sure why we're here, what's our purpose. And I found the other day, and I realized it's actually dangerous to live without a purpose, to live without a passion. I was driving through a city near me and just going down the street, and all of a sudden the car stops in front of me, the trunk opens up, the person gets out and takes some things out, and it's right in the middle of the street. I could have hit them if I wasn't paying attention. And three other things like that happened in this place where it's a depressed city. People are really unsure of how they fit in, and it's not safe to go through that neighborhood. What's interesting is that 1 week after that, I went to an illuminated festival in that town. And that street and that town transformed. There was music. There were people sharing their message of World Dream Day coming up. And there was delicious food from all over the world. It was safe to go there because people had a purpose. They had a passion. They knew why they were there. And it lit up the whole city. It lit up everybody that was there. And that kind of ripple effect really is amazing. And that's what I want to help people do, is find their purpose, find their passion in their life so they can be happier. They can live a better life and inspire everyone around them, everyone in the world.
Yeah, that is a compelling story, and thank you so much for sharing that. Very poignant, and also interesting to note that dichotomy, the light and the dark. And certainly you experience that in that community. And then us as individuals, that can be the case as well, where some days we feel very joyful, other days, we have challenges that we're trying to work through. And so it brings me to kind of asking you, how would you tell someone if they're being particularly hard on themselves or wondering, how am I going to get through this, or this challenge is just too big? Why do I matter? What is so important about me that I should, get through this hurdle and live this joyous life?
So many people ask that question, why do I matter? In fact, that was the title of my chapter in the book, Living Passionately. I said, who am I and why do I matter? And I went through different stages in my life where I would look at them and think, oh, I messed up there, and, what happened? But when I wrote this book, I looked at those places not as mess ups, as learning experiences. Look, I tried this and it didn't work out. And then I tried this other thing and look what happened. Isn't this amazing? So we learn from each other's stories of facing challenges. When they don't work out, how do we get up and keep going? And so that's really important, is to look at other people's stories. And
Mm.
that's what I did in the book. I have people who've overcome homelessness, addiction, poverty, natural disasters. And through all of those challenges, regular, ordinary people find a way to shine, find a way to give to others. And when we give to others and help, what we receive back comes to us tenfold. It's really amazing.
Yeah, that is such an important point that a lot of times, particularly when we are feeling in that space, we can feel so alone. When in fact, we can have so much support as we want or need to help to get through that time. Tell us about actually how living passionately is put together and how it came to be.
It came to be because I knew so many amazing people who had overcome challenges, and I really felt like their stories needed to be shared. So some of the stories are from a school that was started in Haiti by actually my daughter. She,
Oh,
wanted to help in a third world country, and when the earthquake struck, she said, "I want to help," and she couldn't go alone because she wasn't even 18 yet. So she asked me to go down. We helped knock down a school. We helped rebuild that school with lots and lots of help from people. So the story of that school is told from different perspectives, from her, from me, from Shadrach St. Louis, who is the founder of the school. And I also interviewed a child, a teenager, and an adult from Haiti. And, living in a third world country, you wouldn't think that you could live passionately. But these people have found a way to do that. So some of the stories are from Haiti, some are from the United States, from people who I just knew and who were inspiring. And the thing is that after, it's great to read someone's story, but then we ask, well, how can I apply that to my life? So I write about the lesson of each story and then ask reflection questions so that people can apply the lessons of the story to their life.
what would you tell someone if someone was really just, listening to this and they're like, I just feel stuck. What am I going to do? What would be one thing or a couple of things that you could tell them to do just today?
I'll share. I share this formula in my book, and this is something everybody can use. It's called the love formula, and L stands for let go of what is not working in your life. So everybody can find something that's not working today, and just let go of that. And O is for open your mind to the possibility that things can be different. And a great way to open our minds is to go out in nature, take a 5-minute walk, leave your phone at home.
Yes.
take a five, just take a 5-minute walk and be present. Notice everything around you and breathe. And 5 minutes can really shift us to a point where, oh, I was so tense sitting at my desk, but now I realize I could try this. And V is for create a vision for your life based on your values. What is important to you? And E is experience everything. So even the hard times when we're going through them, those contain really great lessons, great gems for us to learn and move forward. And then the joyous times are times to celebrate, dance, and tell everybody our good news.
And Maria, tell us how people would find your book and find out more about you.
All right. Well, our book is on peoplelivingpassionately.com. And the cool thing about a book is you can read it on print, you can read it on ebook, and you can also listen. We each recorded our stories, and I have friends who have said, I didn't need to go anywhere, but I just got in the car and was driving around and hearing the stories. It's so fun going from one person's perspective to another. So it's peoplelivingpassionately.com, and you can get the book in any format that appeals to you and the way that you learn the best. Yes.
Yeah.
15% of the profits from the book go directly to the Heart in Haiti School. We have a school built from shipping containers, and we have 2 acres where there's food we're growing, teaching the children to grow their own food, to create a sustainable future for themselves. And our goal is that this is a sustainable model that can be replicated around the world to empower children to become the future leaders.
That is powerful work. So, in other words, living passionately not only helps to transform your own life, but also the lives of others.
Yes. Once we're
Beautiful.
living passionately, sparks of passion just start flying all around, inspiring everyone that comes close to us.
Oh, Maria, that's beautiful. And thank you so much for joining me here on 8 Minutes of Awesome.
Oh, my pleasure. This is amazing, Jennifer, and you're doing beautiful things to light up the world.
Oh, thank you. You as well. Let's all do it together.
Yes, more fun that way.
Yeah, absolutely.